Okay, it is 5 o'clock, so we'll go ahead and call to order the council meeting for the East Grand Forks City Council for Tuesday, February 17th, 2026. Would the city clerk please call roll?
Mayor Mark Olstad.
Here.
Council President Brian Larson.
Here.
Council Vice President Tim Riopelle.
Here.
Council Members Tammy Schumacher.
Here.
Ben Pukshavinsky.
Here.
Dale Helms.
Present.
Donald Casey.
Here.
Karen Peterson.
Here.
Okay, we have a quorum. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, to start out our meeting today, we're going to have a proclamation from Mayor Olstad.
Thank you, Mr. President. After I get done with that, I'll ask you to come up after I read this. I'll ask you to read it for us, Senna. Proclamation Freedom Week, February 15th through the 21st, 2026. Whereas Sertoma International, a civic service organization, the motto of which is service to mankind, has adopted a Freedom Week program dedicated to the re-emphasis of the values and responsibilities of people in a free society. And whereas Sertoma International has promoted the distribution of the copies of the Declaration of Independence throughout its entire membership of clubs, and whereas the Greater Grand Forks Sertoma Club is planning to carry out special patriotic and civic activities during the 2026 Freedom Week, and whereas it seems proper and fitting to accord official recognition to this patriotic moment. Now, therefore, I, Mark Olstad, Mayor of East Grand Forks, Minnesota, do hereby proclaim and designate February 15th through the 21st, 2026 as Freedom Week, and urge citizens to support and the objectives of this week. So earlier today, we had the privilege of attending the Sertoma meeting at noon, and the top 3 winners got to read their essays to everyone. So if Senna, if you want to come up and read yours for us, I would appreciate it. If you want to step up and do that, it'd be great.
Is it on?
Yep.
Okay. What does freedom mean? To many people, freedom means that anyone can do what they want when they want. While not everyone's idea of freedom is just doing what you want when you want. For me, freedom means belonging with others, to feel free, to having education, to have choices, to earn. But mostly, freedom is one of the most valuable rights that every human being deserves. Freedom allows individuals to express their thoughts, make their own choices, and live with dignity. Freedom can take many forms: freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom to choose one's path in life. Freedom helps people grow, think independently, and contribute positively to society. In countries where freedom exists, citizens can share ideas openly and work together for progress. However, freedom also comes with responsibility. It should not be misused to harm others in the pursuit of freedom for their nations. Therefore, we should value and protect its freedom, which is not just a right, it is a duty that guides us towards justice and equality for all freedom. We have the right to make our own choices and live in a way we want. It allows us to express our thoughts and enjoy our hobbies and follow our dreams. Many countries gained freedom after fighting for what they wanted. For example, in India, people fought for freedom from the British rule. We have the right to speak, write, and do things we like without fear. However, with freedom comes responsibility. We must respect others with freedom and live in a way that does not harm anyone. Freedom also means we can live in a peaceful environment where everyone is treated equally. We should always cherish and protect freedom so that it can continue for future generations. That is what freedom means.
Wow.
Thank you for reading that. I also want to point out there was over 120 entries, and she received first place. It's East Grand Forks and Grand Forks schools. So I just want to congratulate you again, and good job.
Very good. I will say she had an excellent second grade teacher, so.
I wonder who that is.
Nice job, Senna. Very well done.
Okay. Well, thank you all very much. With that, we'll move into open forum. Open forum is an opportunity for members of the public to address the City Council on items not on the current agenda. Items requiring council action may be deferred to staff or boards and commissions for research in future council agendas if appropriate. Is anybody here for open forum today? Okay, I see none. With that, we would be moving on to the approval of minutes. Seeking approval of the February 3rd council meeting and the February 10th work session meeting minutes. Moved by Riopelle.
Second.
Second by Peterson. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Kaisme,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Larson,
Yes.
Schumacher,
Yes.
Pukshavinsky,
Yes.
Riopelle,
Yes.
Helms.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Scheduled bid lettings for this week, there are none. Scheduled public hearings, there are none. Moving on to consent agenda. Items under the consent agenda will be adopted with one motion. However, council members may request individual items to be pulled from the consent agenda for discussion and action if they choose. Would any council member like to have an item pulled from the consent agenda? Okay, I see none. With that, would be seeking a motion for items 3 through 4. Moved by Peterson.
Second.
Second by Schumacher. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Kaisme,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Larson,
Yes.
Schumacher,
Yes.
Pukshavinsky,
Yes.
Riopelle,
Yes.
Helms.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. We'll acknowledge receipt of reports of officers, boards, and commissions. This week we have the regular meeting minutes of the Water, Light, Power, and Building Commission for January 21st, 2026. Communications, there are none. Old business, there is none. We'll move into new business. Item number 6. Consider approving resolution number 26-02-22, awarding the issuance and sale of $11,725,000 of general obligation sales tax revenue bonds, Series 2026A, fixing their form and specifications, directing their execution and delivery, and providing for their payment. Moved by Riopelle.
Second.
Second by Peterson. Okay, with that, we'll turn it over to City Administrator Huttunen for a presentation.
Okay, thanks, Council President, members, Mayor. Joining us tonight on virtually is Chris Hogan with Baker Tilly. She is our municipal advisor for this project, ran the bond sale, which was held at 11 a.m. this morning, to really positive results, and I'll let Chris kind of present and walk you through those.
Thank you, Reed, Council President, Mayor, and members of the Council. Chris Hogan from Baker Tilly. I'm a director there, serving the city as our municipal advisor. I have a presentation here that I will share. I know you have it in your packets as well. So am I good? Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yes, like Reed said earlier today, the city sold their. I have to figure out how to. Right. They've sold $12,540,000 general obligation sales tax revenue bonds, Series 2026A. Proceeds of those bonds will be used to finance $8 million for the construction and remodeling of the VFW Memorial Arena, and $4,745,000 for the construction and remodeling of the city's Civic Center sports complex, and then to pay the cost of issuance associated with the bonds. The bonds will be a general obligation of the city. It's payable 100% from the approval of a 1% sales and use tax, and the bonds are going to be repaid over a term of 20 years. So earlier in January, we were showing a market that was showing a true interest cost of 3.929. Last week, I updated the rates based on the current market, and we had an estimated true interest cost of 3.688, and the actual winning bid came in at 3.434. So here's the list of the bidders. There were 7 bidders, which is a phenomenal turnout. As you can see, the lowest bid at the 3.434 was by Piper Sandler. And you can see how close all of these are from high to low. The highest bid was at 3.55, which is a 12 basis points difference. So a very competitive sale. So the bonds price, this is a little hard to see, but the bonds price with coupons higher than the yield, which means that generated a premium. That premium of $1.2 million was applied to reduce the issue size. So the final issue size was reduced by $815,000. So when you sell a market bond, part of that process is going through a rating process. This is what we did with Moody's a couple weeks ago. The Moody's assigned a rating of a AA3 to the bond. The reason that bonds get rated is for a number of reasons, but it's basically, it provides a measure of the city's financial strength and their ability to repay the debt. It serves as an independent third-party assessment for investors. It supplements investors' due diligence. The stronger the rating, the lower the interest cost. So just a couple of things I like to highlight from the rating report. So they identified the city's credit strengths here. These are just a few of robust financial position, modest leverage, which means debt, robust reserve positions supported by growing revenue resulting from ongoing economic development, and prudent financial management. They will always provide factors which could help lead to an upgrade, and they noted that economic diversification and strengthening of full value per capita and reduced economic reliance on the city's top taxpayers and utility ratepayer. And then they'll also provide factors that could lead to a downgrade, which they identified as material deterioration of available fund balance ratio, loss of city's top taxpayer, utility ratepayer, substantial growth, and long-term liabilities. So given the sale results, I would recommend approving the resolution awarding the $11,725,000 general obligation sales tax revenue bond series 2026A to Piper Sandler and Company based on their low bid of 3.434. And with that, I'm happy to take any questions.
All right, thank you. Is there any questions from the council? Okay, I don't see any questions. We have a motion by Council Member Riopelle and a second by Council Member Peterson. I think we're ready for roll call.
Kasmi,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Larson,
Yes.
Schumacher,
Yes.
Pukshavinsky,
Yes.
Riopelle,
Yes.
Helms.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. We'll move on to item number 7. Consider approving resolution number 26-02-21, approving the advertisement for bid package number 2 for the Recreation Facility Improvement Project. Moved by Peterson.
Second.
Second by Riopelle. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Kasmi,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Larson,
Yes.
Schumacher,
Yes.
Pukshavinsky,
Yes.
Riopelle,
Yes.
Helms.
Yes.
Motion passes. We'll move on to item number 8. Consider approving the request to start the hiring process for an administrative assistant position in the Public Works Department. Moved by Peterson,
Second.
second by Schumacher. Any questions or discussion?
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Helms.
I have a question for Mr. Stordahl if he's available there.
Yep, he's on his way up, Dale.
Okay.
What's your question, Mr.
Okay,
Helms?
first of all, I want to apologize for last week not being there, but we were in the middle of Idaho somewhere and no internet available, but so I wasn't able to talk to you about this. But my question is, this administrative assistant, if we hire this person, is that the only person that will be in the office out there then, or is there still going to be another person in that office?
That person will be the person that is consistently in the office. There's people that come and go from the wastewater department and the foreman as well, but that person will be the one answering the phones, greeting the public, taking care of any packages or stuff like that. She'll kind of be the face, or he, of the office.
Okay, that's kind of what I wanted to know, because if we were hiring this person to do some work of another person that's in the office, then that's a different story. But if they're doing something totally different, and that extra person that comes and goes, like you said, is still able to be out there on the job doing things, that's a whole different story for me. So
Yep.
that was my question.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
Yep, thank you, Jason. Any further questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Caseme,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Larson,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Buckshevensky,
Yes.
Riopelle,
Yes.
Helms.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Item number 9, consider adoption of a 0.6% annual growth rate for the City of East Grand Forks Socioeconomic Study with the Metropolitan Planning Organization.
Move.
Moved by Riopelle,
Second.
second by Peterson. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Helms,
Yes.
Caseme,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Larson,
Yes.
Schumacher,
Yes.
Buckshevensky,
Yes.
Riopelle.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. That brings us to claims. Item number 10, consider adopting resolution number 26-02-23, authorizing the City of East Grand Forks to approve purchases from Border States Trophy, the goods for a total of $36.00, where Council Member Riopelle is personally interested financially in the contract.
Move.
Moved by Caseme,
Second.
second by Buckshevensky. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Caseme,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Larson,
Yes.
Schumacher,
Yes.
Buckshevensky,
Yes.
Riopelle,
Abstain.
Helms.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. And item number 11, consider authorizing the city administrator, clerk treasurer to issue payment for accounts payable invoices totaling $610,493.12 and the February 6th, 2026 payroll.
Move.
Moved by Peterson,
Second.
second by Riopelle. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Caseme,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Larson,
Yes.
Schumacher,
Yes.
Buckshevensky,
Yes.
Riopelle,
Yes.
Helms.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. That brings us to council and staff reports. We'll start with Mayor Olstad.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a reminder, they do have a snow emergency put out today for the storm that's upcoming. So just remember that for the whole city. Again, congratulations on your winning the essay contest, Senna. Again, great job. And thanks for coming tonight to read it for us. That's all I have.
Thank you. Council Member Schumacher.
I have nothing other than congrats, Senna, again. Very nice job. And I hope the snow, come on, like, I'm over it, but, okay.
All right, thank you. Council Member Pukshavinsky.
I have nothing to add, thank you.
Okay. Council Vice President Riopelle.
Nothing.
Okay. Council Member Helms.
Yeah, again, I'd just like to apologize for last week. We tried to make it, but it just didn't work out. So, but we should be good for next week again now without any problem. So, beautiful weather where we're at. Have a good day.
We didn't notice you were gone, so.
All right. And Council Member Kasemy.
Nothing, thank you.
All right. Safe travels, you two. Council Member Peterson.
Senna, I just wanted to congratulate you on your winning and thank you for coming and speaking publicly. I know that that can be challenging, but you did a very nice job and continue to do so.
Great. Thank you. Mr. Huttunen.
A couple of updates on projects tonight. Last week, we met with Blue Peak. The cable franchise is coming to town. Some staff did. Miss Ellis's office and Mr. Emery have been going through a lot of plan review, looking at their plans to build out the city with fiber. They hope to start as soon as the weather allows, this April-May timeframe. And their build plan is if it all goes according to plan and weather permitting, to try to bring fiber across the entire city in this building season. Ms. Ellison, through her office with plan submittals and approvals, we're going to sequence that to make sure that they can accomplish one zone before they move into the next, so the whole city won't be under construction at one time. But that's their hope and desire with that project, so I think that's positive news going forward. We'll communicate that process as it comes a little closer, but as they get closer to completing a neighborhood, residents will start to see some presence from Blue Peak staff and sales team kind of going door to door with some of their merchandise and what their plan subscriptions look like. But by all accounts, it looks like they're going to put together a good program, very well notified when they're in the neighborhood, building out the network with signs and their trucks tagged or labeled as Blue Peak trucks. So you'll know they're there and why they're there when they're working this summer. Tyler Technologies through the Water and Light Department, late in 2025, Water and Light led an RFP process for a new accounting software in the city. Tyler Technologies was selected for that, and Water and Light's board approved that purchase at one of the last meetings in December. We held a kickoff meeting with Tyler last week as well. That is about a 12 to 18 month implementation process to be able to build out and transfer all the data from our current software host over to Tyler. So a lot of time and effort from staff involved in that, but one big hurdle crossed in that we were able to make the selection and get that process kick-started. So that's good news. And then a couple thank yous. The special election was held last Tuesday. Renee and her new team of election judges did a great job. Turned into a really long day at the school, low voter turnout, and about a 13-hour day for most of those people that helped us. So thanks to all the part-time election judges that were able to commit their time to that. But Ross Pape was elected as the new District 5 Polk County Commissioner, and we talked a little bit before he was elected that if he was elected, we would invite him to come to a work session since he covers most of the north end of East Grand Forks. So we'll reach back out to him and see if there's a work session we can get him to in the near future here. And then lastly, I should have done this when Chris was on, but thanks Carla and Chris for all the work on the bond sale. A lot of time and effort put into the official statements and the Moody's rating call to get prepared for that. So appreciate all the work. That's it.
All right. Thank you, Reed. Mr. Olstad.
Thank you. I just want to extend my condolences to the Larry Stauss family. Larry passed away, and I don't think that there was a gentleman in the city of East Grand Forks that was more vocal or supportive of East Grand Forks, so he will be missed.
Thank you. Mr. Emery.
Just to give you a heads up, we're still working through MnDOT on the plan reviews with the bridge project, so things are still moving forward. Not as quick as I was hoping, but I guess that's part of working with state agencies, but again, hoping, you know, we can get things finally approved here, and I'm hoping still we can bid, you know, by late March is what I'm hoping. So just give you a heads up.
All right, thank you. Any updates from the department heads? Okay, quite bunch. With that, that brings us to the end of our agenda. We'll be looking for a motion to adjourn. Moved by Puck-Shavinsky.
Second.
Second by Riopelle. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Thank you, everyone. Meeting is closed. Stay safe.
School.